And there's the whole psyop about Charlie. Charlie Kirk would have hated this, guys. Charlie would have never let this happen. Oh my God, when we lost Charlie, we lost the one person who could keep President Trump from becoming a neocon. Oh my God, it's so sad. Listen, losing Charlie was horrible. We're still feeling the reverberations of it. And the psyop going over his life is insane. And his wife and kids, and them trying to destroy his life work. But here's Charlie talking about Trump and Iran.
Tales of the speech here. Look at that lineup right there. That's Team America. You got J.D. Vance, you got Donald Trump, Marco Rubio, you got Pete Hegseth. And by the way, I am the most vocal person that says no endless wars. At the moment we're in right now, this is not by any means yet showing that we're going to get into a whole nother endless war. It can get there. You can always run the risk. That's always been my contention. But I have full faith in President Trump to navigate this. And might say, oh, Charlie, what evidence do you have to support that? Donald Trump took out ISIS without getting us in an endless war. ISIS. Donald Trump bombed the Houthis without getting us into an endless war. And so the elements and the details around this are Donald Trump decided to act with the authority given to him to go take out Iran's nuclear facility. I want to try to get to Jack here.
Okay, so you guys see this? And this is Charlie in his own words. This is why, honestly, losing Charlie. See, they'll tell you that losing Charlie, the big thing that hurts about losing Charlie is that he was the one keeping Trump in line. That's what they'll tell you. Charlie was so powerful and had so many voters. That's what they'll lie to you about. But here's what's the real truth is. Charlie was so connected and so powerful in the influencer atmosphere, he actually was the one keeping the grifters out. He was the one keeping them down because everybody trusted Charlie the most because he did the work. And everybody knew it. And everybody knew their word would never be trusted over Charlie's. And so when Trump did something and Charlie said, I trust Trump, it shut all of them up. They couldn't counter it. Charlie, more powerful than all the other grifters. All these grifters we're seeing, all of them. All these MAGA influencers, bigger than Bannon, bigger than War Room, bigger than Megyn Kelly, bigger than Tucker, more important than Dave Smith, more important than Marjorie Taylor Greene and Massey. Charlie, that's the real truth. That's the real tragedy of losing Charlie. Not just the fact that he was a 33-year-old man who had two beautiful kids and a whole life ahead of him and an amazing future. That's the biggest tragedy. But the biggest tragedy for us in the movement is that we lost the guy who kept the grifters away. And now we're dealing with them and we don't have the same voice to fight them back. Charlie was always the voice of reason. And this is what we're missing now. We're missing the huge voice that when Trump does this stuff, the voice of reason that says, well, it's legal. He's not getting stuck in a boondoggle. It's a strike. And I trust President Trump. I know these people. We are missing that. We're missing the guy who says, I might not agree with this, but I still trust Trump. And we're missing that at that high level. That's what we're really missing. This whole backwards looking lie, trying to change who Charlie Kirk was, trying to say he was our guy, all the grifters, trying to throw out Charlie's name, that Charlie would have stopped Trump from this. That's all bullshit. And it pisses me off because they are disgusting in how they're using him. What Candace Owens is doing is disgusting. What Dave Smith is doing when he's invoking Charlie Kirk, it's disgusting. Charlie wasn't stopping Trump from doing anything. He was the voice of reason explaining to the people why Trump would do stuff. And yes, sometimes he would express his concerns. But guess what? Trump still gets that. He had Tucker Carlson up there this week telling him, don't attack Iran. Trump said, thanks for telling me. I listened. Now I'll make a decision. And he chose a different way. Trump's going to do what Trump knows is best. But he listens to people. We didn't lose that with Charlie. Charlie didn't control anything. But he was the bigger voice than these grifters. And then the other lie going around is that Trump ran on being completely anti-war. And he never, ever would have done anything like this. Trump lied to us in his campaigns. Well, here's Trump in 2016.
Bomb the shit out of them. It's true. I don't care. I don't care. They've got to be stopped.
Trump
Bomb
and
the
Iran.
shit out of them.
Bomb the
It's
crap
true.
out of them.
I don't care.
That, my friends, is Trump. That's the truth. That's what he's been saying this whole time. So anybody who's telling you Trump lied to us, they're lying. Either that or they just don't know. And they're just listening to the grifters and taking their word for it. Here's one more from Charlie. Let me rewind this. Yeah, let me play this whole thing. It's only a minute long. Oh, this is why I'm off right here. There we go. Now I can situate this correctly. Okay.
Look, I've been around this for 10 years. I've been in this space. And a general rule is when things get really hot and people get really excited, just take a deep breath because it's usually not as bad as you think it is. And no, this is not the end of the coalition and this is not things are not falling apart. And look, the track record of President Trump is phenomenal here, whether it be Soleimani, al-Baghdadi, the Houthis, and you can all share those concerns. I share some of those concerns. And a lot of what happens in the Middle East tends to escalate. President Trump has phenomenal instincts, though. And President Trump also has a commitment to, he doesn't want to invade Iran. He doesn't want to have a ground invasion around. He also is not calling for regime change. Lindsey Graham, you hear that screaming? He's mad. Oh, no, we want regime change. I want to throw back to Jack for a second, but I don't think I was
Isn't that
clear.
interesting what Charlie says there? He basically says when it comes down to it, trust Trump. That's basically what that segment was. So Charlie got it, okay? And that's what I've been saying as well. When it comes down to it, trust Trump. Charlie loved Trump, trusted him. Charlie was best friends with J.D. Vance, completely trusted him. I mean, they're lying to us, folks, about so much. And this is the time, because of the pressure, because of the criticism, because of how what a big deal the Iran thing is. This is the time when we need this, when we need to look back and say, who's telling the truth? And when you put up all these people, let me pull up the graphic again. Is this it? No. That's just Candace. Where's the one I had? Sorry, guys. This is very professional. Is it this one? I'm all over the freaking place, aren't I? Oh, there it is. Okay. When you have all these people saying all this stuff, the question is, who is more consistent and who is telling the truth? Who's more trustworthy based on the facts and the research? Do it. I dare everybody here. Investigate all their claims. You like Ian Carroll? Fine. Go investigate his claims. See if he's actually right. You're a big Owen Schreier fan? Fine. Go investigate. But I'll tell you this. I do it. I do investigate all this. And the truth is, the only one who's telling the truth and that I have not caught in a lie that is consistent in this whole world right here is Trump. It's him, man. When it comes to them versus him, he wins every time. The Charlie Kirk stuff, Trump wins. The bomb Iran stuff, Trump wins. He's got the record. The Epstein stuff, Trump has the record. Not Thomas Massey, who never talked about it until Trump started running in 2024 again. I mean, come on. So, again, the rule, as always, is trust Trump. He's the only one. He's the only one that has been nonstop consistent this whole time and who hasn't broken the promises to us. All these people lying, griping, they keep lying. They keep sometimes the lie is not outright. So, most of the time it's not. Most of the time it's contextual. And so just remember that. Like, what's the context they're speaking in? Is it truthful? Is it honest? And most of the time it's not. So that's what's going on while all this is happening. So